are honored by the visit of a delegation from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. We have the visit of some civil servants and interested businessmen interested by the no-till soy activities, planting activities. And so those persons come here to visit us and to see how the production activities are developed in Argentina. So they are very interested by technology transfer, so we will visit a lot of industrial plants in the southern part of Cordoba. So they will have a clear idea of what is the power of the Argentinian agro-industry and the power of the producers here. Argentina is producing more than 60 million tons and is worldwide the most important exporter of soy. So it's really an Argentinian specialty. They are also the fathers of the no-till planting. So our visitors will be in our Cordoba province during 4 days. We will dedicate 2 days to production and 2 days to industry. So the first 2 days we will visit farms and we will show and explain the whole soy, mainly soy production process. After that, the 2 next days will be dedicated visiting companies, the biggest and most powerful companies of our province, manufacturing, planters, harvesters, spray machines, spray devices, and all kind of other agriculture machinery. So we hope then to show really the real power of our industry. The persons visiting us are a delegation of 6 persons. We have 4 civil servants of the ECDC, that's the Eastern Cape Development Corporation, and they are promoting investments in their province, the most developed in agriculture in South Africa. And so with them are coming 2 producers, 2 farmers, very interested in the farming methodology of the Argentinians. So in accordance with the first conversations we had this afternoon, we were told that the main project they have and the most interest they have to come in Argentina is precisely to produce soy in South Africa. South Africa is producing some more than 1 million of tons of soy, and the capacity of the country is clearly above the 10 million tons that can be produced. And this production is important because all the fuel distribution companies have taken the engagement to produce 5% biodiesel that has to be incorporated in the total fuel consumption in the country. And to produce biodiesel, they need to produce soy. So they are here to have an idea how Argentina could develop its soy production and its agro-industry. One of our objectives is precisely to contribute to the technology transfer to South Africa at the level of the production of soy and also at the industrial level. So we will try to convince Argentinian businessmen and manufacturers and also soy producers, soy, maize or corn, sorghum producers, grain producers in general, to go in South Africa to start their production activities with the support of the local authorities and the local businessmen. That's the main objective of this visit. So please follow me. Each of the members of the Commission will present himself. We are missing still 2 persons that will arrive tomorrow, and so 4 persons, members of this Commission, will present themselves. Follow me. So, George, please.
Okay. Thank you for receiving us. My name is Phakamisa George from East London, South Africa. I brought a team here that is coming from the Eastern Cape province, which is one of the 9 provinces of the Eastern Cape of South Africa. Our main mission is to explore possibilities of partnership between our farmers, our businesses, and the businesses in Argentina towards the production of soybean and production of biofuels from soybean. That's why we're here today. And we're pleased to have met a number of you from the industry, and we are hopeful that our partnership during the course of the week will be a productive one, and we'll find very common areas of our interest, and we can live here with the understanding of what we need to partner on. I've got a small team here. On my far right, I've got Mr. Willy van Heerden, who's responsible for investment promotion regarding biofuels, general manufacturing, and renewable energy. Here I've got Tando Mageni, he's the project manager, risk capital from the region, Queenstown region of the Eastern Cape. On my left here, I've got Moloko Ramachi. He's responsible for business finance, enterprise finance. He finances businesses that are commercially ready with bankable business plan. We as risk capital, myself as a program manager of risk capital, we're responsible for businesses that are still ideas developing towards commercialization. Once they are now bankable, ready for commercialization, he takes over and provide finances, which is sometimes debt finance or equity finance or a combination of equity or debt finance. Tomorrow we'll be joined by 2 farmers that are working with us on a soybean plantation. They've got land. We depend on them to make land available. They've already committed 17,000 hectares of land towards production of soybean, rotating with canola, linseed, and I'm hopeful that other plants and crops that maybe would explore, including vegetable production, will be included in that. But we've got about 500,000 hectares of land that we can explore and use for the production. But we're looking forward to getting partners in Argentina in the area of technology, in the areas of agronomy, and also that you've been in the market, in the industry, exporting, maybe connecting us to the external market, because we know that our potential and the capacity, we can produce much more than what the country can consume in the future. But at this point in time, I think it's well enough to say we are new in the industry of production soybean for the purpose of biofuel in South Africa. The reason is 2015, 1st October, all fuel companies are mandated to blend 5% biodiesel into diesel and 2 to 10% bioethanol into petrol. So we're preparing South Africa for the bigger demand that's going to be coming. And hence we're here today to partner with all of those in Argentina who want to partner with South Africa in developing the biofuel industry. Thank you.
Machines for soy and corn, and that is this one here.
Okay.
And we got for wheat.
For this for wheat.
For wheat, exactly. So this here, the distance in between the lines is 52 centimeters. 52 centimeters.
So is this reconditioned?
The price is 1/3 of the new one. The difference in between this is the system of putting the seat. These are different kind of techniques. Width, you need a shorter distance. So that's why the other machine that I'm going to show you. But the system is more or less the same. You don't need this plate for width because it's the seat, las semillas, it goes very near, close, one to another. In this case, for soy and maize crop, you need in 1 meter, for example, three or four
between the
feet. So you got a distance of the area up north here, 50-60 kilometers, used to be very rough because of the rest of woods and different things in the vegetables. So we needed a strong machine, so not to break or. When you close lines at 50 centimeters, 52, that is the plants and covers the area faster, so you don't lose much humidity. So now almost everybody use this distance of 52. And in the last shows. They are promoting 40 centimeters distance.
It's a corn that is resistant to all liquids. It's the most expensive corn.
RR, and what does it consist?
It's like the other, it's the genetic modification, it's a little bit different. The engineers, chemistry engineers, put more hormones.
More hormones,
to prevent future damage. And they use, sometimes depends of the area of the soil too, more male parts in the grain. Now this year we appreciate the difference between the RR and the GM, because the RR works great with a lot of facts that we don't have last year. We didn't have last year. So nowadays we have the difference between us and between both corns, and it's great to have depending on the year. If you have a year with a lot of humidity, I think it's 70%.
70% better. 70%.
So
Ninkem som tono bona yam dose. Ninkem som sebo yan som tono pota yam dose. Patara na paruna mela bewa meya dare. Yam sa ning doaga atura tono tulkamba. Mweni lai dose yinga katwain wapa mbewo. Maninkem doaga pama tunila pam la sarabeu kuma poyang no ref konga tunila pom la sarabeu ulala ulala poyang som se ninkem som ton kota yam dose ninkem som se poyang som ton kota yam dose. Mirila, la bacola. Sheri adamam non afo. Sampa fo mampara tenerba yeye ya fo balanoma. Sheri adamam nonga fo. Sampa fo mampara tenerba yeye ya fo balanoma.
Last 50 years always work to better the production of grains. And you know what INTA is, or do I have to remember? The National Institute of Agriculture Technology. It's a public institution depending from the Minister of Agriculture.
We are researchers and extensionists. Because we work in the experimental station and out of the experimental station.
So it was the ARC, Agricultural Research Council.
Exactly.
Yeah, ARC, yeah.
They are working with us, or some of us, in the breeding of soybean.
Improve the production of grains. One is to improving the plant physiology through genetics, fertilization, strategic genes, etc. What is written there. And the other one,
the other one is improving.
We understand it.
Yes, yes, but he doesn't say exactly the same.
Yes. And then improving the manage of the crop. We select a system, improve a system, and adapt a system from the United States, from Texas, or from the center of the United States, that is the no-tillage system. We adapted the no-tillage system by the 80s and the beginning of the 90s. This is our system today. With cover and without removing. This was our principal problems.
In the 80s, the classic plowing system plowing and then passing with those machines to make it finer. And yeah, that is the problem that he thinks that you are living nowadays in South Africa.
Yeah.
No, entonces nosotros teníamos cultivos con el...
The problem was that sometimes the crop was good, like the previous photo, but in other times when it was raining just after planting, the rainwater was destructuring the composition of the earth in superficie, and then we had that result. At that time of classic farming, during the 40 years, of 50 till 90, an estimation was made that in Argentina 50% of the fertile superficie was lost.
Okay.
Yeah, would find every day. Yeah, would find every day. Le 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 le. Le 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 le. Ada Buddha sorwa ufo Burkina la zinde tarbela be. Bangladesh bela be. Eti sura bela be. Zemsan tarbela be. Eti patwa salale. Eti patwa salale. Le 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 le. Le 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 le. Yeah, would find every. Yeah, would find every. Bobos and every. Daffy men every. Bundamba every. Lille lille. Rema patwa salale. Rem patwa salale. Mamba ira. Burkina Faso. Foba ira. Rema patwa salale. Rem patwa salale. Benda rambela be. Wira rambela be. Kema rambela be. Salu rambela be. Mwenga rambela be. Eti patwa salale. Patwa salale. Patwa salale. Yeah, would find every.